All right, look. Make sure y'all go to Instagram. Follow me at FiskViciousBlue on Instagram, man. I'm trying to build a community over there. All right, just go over there, follow me, pick anything on my page and drop a FU in the comments over there. All right, show me some love over there. With that being said, I think the Giants can lead the league in sacks next year. I think this is a dominant pass rush. On all three levels, this is a dominant pass rush. Because if you remember, the Giants got a lot of sacks from the secondary last year. We were sending a lot of DB blitzes last year. A lot of our sacks came from the secondary last year. So this is Shane Bowen. When he blitzes, he's not allowed to blitz DBs. So, you look at the Tyler Newman, Holland. You look at Drew Phillips. You expect them to get, I expect the Giants to get at least like 15 sacks out the secondary next year. I say between 10 to 15 sacks are going to come from the secondary. I don't know exactly what position. It could be Newman. It could be anybody. But I expect to get at least 10 to 15 sacks off the secondary alone next season, right? Then you got Abdul Carter, rusher from every damn where. Edge, inside backer, hitting the A or the B gap. I expect Abdul Carter to get him about 8 sacks next season. I think Abdul Carter going to be good for about 8 sacks. Just off the simple fact that he's going to be doing so much stuff in our defense next year. I don't think he's going to rush the pass as much as I think he is. But when we have the lead, and here's the thing too, before I even continue this video, the Giants are going to be a winning football team next year. Russell Wilson is going to put up points. We're going to have the lead in the second half of some of these games. This ain't going to be like previous versions of the Giants where teams is killing the clock on us in the fourth quarter. Abdul Carter, Thibodeau, Burns, Dexter, they're going to have Darius Alexander. They're going to have an opportunity to go get the quarterback next year. Russell Wilson going to put some points up. Him, Neighbors, Tracy, they're going to put some points up. The Giants are going to be in position to do what we used to do in the good old days, which is watch Strahan and Tuck and Ozzie, just JPP. Back in the good old days when the fourth quarters was just us Giants fans watching our defensive line just wreak havoc. We're going to be in position to see that next season. So a lot of my analysis in this video also comes from understanding that the Giants are going to be a good football team. We're not going to be 8 to 10 touchdowns from Daniel Jones, no offense on the board. Like, it ain't going to be that. There's going to be games of Russell Wilson, just like for Pittsburgh last year, when Russell Wilson just dropped 40 on somebody. It's going to be games where Russell Wilson tears shit up. And our defense is going to be able to pin their ears back and just rush the quarterback and not have to worry about nothing else. And when you got Abdul Carter, Dexter Lawrence, Thibodeau, and Burns just coming at you with nothing else to worry about, you in trouble. I don't give a damn what your offensive line look like. Your ass in trouble. So Dexter Lawrence was leading the league in sacks before he got hurt. I'm going to pencil Dexter in for a good 12 to 15. We're going to pencil him in for like a good 12 to 15, easy. Brian Burns, we're going to give him about easy little 10 to 12. I think Burns he going to be good for at least 10 to 12 next year. Health, all this is based on us being healthy. I say he good for like 10 to 12. And then I think our sack leader, that monster who don't get respected enough, Kayvon Thibodeau, is going to have about 15 sacks next year. I think Kayvon is really, really going to ball the hell out next year. I think Kayvon's going to be our sack leader next year. I got Kayvon penciled in for 15 to 18 sacks next year. Easy. Easy work for Kayvon Thibodeau next year because his quarterback pressure rate was just as high as it was when he had 12 sacks a couple years ago. Like, his actual production didn't fall off. His sack total fell off, but his QB hits, his QB hurries, like the actual stats to tell you how dominant of a pass rusher you are, besides the actual sack total, didn't drop. Like, he was still doing his thing. He just wasn't getting all the sacks that he did playing under Wink Martindale. But Kayvon didn't fall off last year. The sack total did. So I fully expect year 2 Shane Bowen. Also, he's playing for a contract. Now we got Abdul Carter and Brian Burns out there. Like, he's going to ball out. This is a guy who had double-digit sacks for us when he was the only edge rusher they had to focus on. Like, he was double-teamed every play. He was literally the only edge rusher that the Giants had, because Ojulari was always hurt. What's my man name? Oh my gosh, he was talking spicy. The Wink Martindale guy, I forgot his name, but we had a linebacker who was just a goon who Wink Martindale brought from the Ravens. I forgot his name, but he wasn't really like that. He funny. I like him, but he wasn't like that. So it's just like, that's dominance right there. And then you got to throw in the little 3 or 4 sacks from K, throw in like 2 sacks from McFadden, throw in, I'm going to give Darius Alexander, I'm going to give him a good 3 to 5 sacks. So like, when you average it out, we're looking at a Giants team that's probably going to have at least 60 to 70, at least 60 sacks. At least 60 sacks next season, maybe 70. If we're really good and our offense is really out there cooking, we could push for 70 sacks. It's all just going to be dependent on how many leads we have in the fourth quarter, how competitive we are throughout the game so teams can't run the ball on us and things of that nature. Like, yo, look out for this Giants pass rush, man. We're going to be doing big things out there. And again, you can't block us. Like, you can't block the Giants. Like, come on, man. You can't run a functional offense and block all 4 of them studs we got coming at you. You just can't. Like, it's not gonna happen. And if Shane Bowen is smart, he's gonna be running a lot of 5-man blitzes. And what I mean by 5-man blitzes is Darius. It'll be Darius, Kayvon, Dex, Burns on the defensive line. And then we just gonna tell Abdul Carter to pick a gap and rush through that gap on them plays. I think that's probably how Abdul Carter's gonna get used. I think they're gonna rush the 4, and then they're gonna have Abdul Carter pick a gap and rush through that. And I think that's how we're gonna. A lot of our 5-man rushers are gonna just be plain and simple. Hey, yo, Carter, pick a gap. You know what I'm saying? So. The good times are coming, man. I can't wait, yo. The good times is coming. It's gonna be a wonderful, jolly. I'm trying to look for Christmas words. It's gonna be a jolly Christmas this year because the Giants are gonna be competing for a playoff spot. It's gonna be a very, very happy Thanksgiving because the Giants are going to be playing relevant football. It's going to be a happy Halloween because the Giants season won't be over before it's dark at 5 o'clock. It's going to be a good season next year, fellas. Just stay tuned. Trust me on this one. We got first ballot Hall of Fame quarterback now. Trust me on this one. But anyway, that's it. That's all. Y'all make sure I hit all the YouTube buttons, like, sub, share, clip it, whatever you got to do. My name is FiskVicious, and I approve this message.